Hi, everyone. Welcome to UCF Fridays. My name is Malik. I'm a senior here at UCF studying communications. A few things that I am involved in here around campus. I'm currently a resident assistant, and I previously have been an orientation leader involved with homecoming, and I'm currently involved in Greek life here today as well. So homecoming here at UCF is like a week-long event. Every day of the week, there's like different events, like a movie night, a concert night with like special guests, like even celebrities, which is super cool. And then on the Friday, we have Spirit Splash, which is like UCF's like biggest homecoming event we have here. It's like a super big pool party with like DJs and like music and like the band. It's super fun. And all the students in there are trying to catch like rubber ducks. They get like thrown into the pond. So that's super fun. Trying to collect one. It's kind of hard, but I have like three, so it is possible. My involvement with homecoming, I started, I would say, about my sophomore year as just a volunteer. Basically, I just helped the homecoming directors that year, keep track of volunteers and kind of more administrative stuff behind the scenes. And then my junior year, I was actually the movie night director. So I got to plan that whole event myself, like pick the movie. I did the Lion King, the live action version, which is super cool. So yeah, homecoming is a great experience. It's super fun. If you're looking for something to get involved, that's also kind of fun. I would definitely recommend that. So an orientation leader, when you go through your orientation here at UCF, it's a student who's like a little older than you, who basically teaches you the ropes of UCF. So they'll help you with like class registration, just like general questions. They'll give you a campus tour, and you can ask more like student-based questions, and you'll get like an answer from a real UCF student. But it was super fun. And like my little group, like every little orientation group has its own little name. Like mine was Malik's Millionaires, and it was super fun. The relationships I made with those students are like still some relationships that I have today. So it's pretty awesome. And the merchandise you get from being an orientation leader is like super cool. You get like a jersey, a backpack, a jacket, all this stuff. They really deck you out. So it's really fun. It's also super important too, because it's like incoming freshmen, their first experience at UCF. So you're kind of like that middleman to make that transition for them a little less scary. So it's just a super friendly face that a new UCF student can get to know. So student government here at UCF, it's broken up into three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. And so the executive branch is the one with like the student body president and vice president, and the judicial branch is the one with like all the justices, and then legislative is all the senators. So senators for colleges and things like that. It's completely student-run organization, so every position in there is a UCF student. So they handle things like just like student rights and responsibilities, and even fun stuff. So student government plans Light Up UCF. I personally love Light Up UCF because it was the first time I got to ice skate, because like living in Florida, don't really have that option a lot. So I got to do it there. They give out free Scantrons, because like Scantrons aren't free in college anymore, but they are free if you go through SGA. When I was in SGA myself, I was the assistant director of equity and equality. Like I shared the role with another student, and we were kind of like an assistant to the director of diversity and inclusion. So in the executive branch, like right under that director. So basically we just like helped them with like planning events, getting things done on time, and kind of like sitting in meetings and trying to create a more inclusive environment here at UCF. So it was super fun and super rewarding. I did that a while ago, but like it's still something I think about a lot, because like diversity and inclusion is super important to me. So yeah, I actually felt like what I was doing was making a difference in like not only my life, but other UCF students too. So that was pretty cool. I'm studying human communications. I'm a senior, so I'm near the end of my major program. It's definitely adaptable to kind of anything that you'd want to do. So me personally, I'm interested in going down the media route, like broadcasting and like not really marketing, but like kind of related to like that like area. Definitely the most interesting class I've ever taken. I took like basically Broadcasting 101. I forgot the exact name of the title of the class, but basically that, learning like camera work and like speaking in front of cameras and things like that. So that was definitely super cool. It didn't even like feel like a class, because it was just like so hands-on and like intense, but like in a good way. Communications, it's a downtown major too, which I feel like is like important to point out. So that major is actually not housed like at the UCF main campus. Of course, like you can still hang out at main campus, like live here and like use everything that's here, but that major itself is held at the downtown campus, which is about 25 minutes away from here. There is a shuttle that'll take you like back and forth from like this campus to that one, like if you don't have a car, so don't worry about that. And the downtown campus is super cool, because like it's in downtown Orlando, so it's like it looks completely different. It's super modern, super sleek. I actually lived there this past summer. Like I lived at that campus. It was definitely a different experience, but one that I really enjoyed. So yeah, communications is a great major, so you can definitely get a lot out of it. And the downtown campus is beautiful too. So the student union was actually the first job that like I had like when I got to UCF. So I was super thankful for that because I needed a job really bad. I worked at the guest services desk in the student union. So it's when you walk in the student union, to the right, if you go through like the front doors, there's like an information desk. So I worked right there. I honestly got a lot out of that job, and it made me learn very quickly like everything about UCF. So I definitely appreciated that. And it's honestly just like super fun. Like, and again, you get like merch from working there. Like I got jackets, polos, all types of stuff. Student union was a super fun job. And like, the friends I made there were amazing. Even though I don't work there anymore, I'm definitely still friends with like everyone I work there with. So student union is a great, super cool building. You'll definitely find a lot of stuff in that building, but working there is even better. I would say it's not very hard to get a job on campus, if I'm being honest. Because there's just like opportunities all over the place. Like even like now, I've definitely done my fair share of jobs here at UCF, but I still see like postings and listings literally all over campus and like in my email about like certain offices hiring student assistants, like O teams looking for more students, the union, things like that. So if you're looking for a job on campus, like you're definitely gonna find it. I would definitely recommend looking at Handshake. Like you can just literally Google Handshake UCF or Night Connect, like Night with a K for UCF. Because a lot of places here like post jobs on those two websites, like Handshake and Night Connect, balancing student jobs with like just being a student. Not hard at all, because similar to how I said, like to the student union, they understand that like you're a student first. Honestly, most of this on-campus jobs you'll find, they'll let you do your homework while you're working if it's like kind of slow and there's nothing really to do, because you are a student first and I guess a worker second. So at the end of the day, personally, I think that makes it like a little better than getting jobs off campus, because jobs off campus usually aren't going to be that understanding with like your class schedule, and on-campus jobs here are super accommodating and super great, and they'll give you UCF merch. I know I keep saying UCF merch, but like I love UCF merchandise, and like if you have a job on campus, they'll usually give you like a shirt or a jacket or something that's really cool. I've been a resident assistant since spring 2019 for a little while now. I've worked in the Nike community and I've worked at the UCF downtown campus and their housing community there. I'm an RA for the Nike apartment building. So all of my residents right here outside my door, they all have their own bedrooms and they share a bathroom with just like their roommate. So I know like having your own room is like kind of a popular question. So yes, it is possible to have your own room. The on-campus housing options that we have where you can get your own room, it's Nike, Neptune, and Hercules if you get that apartment style. I know Towers, they also have the same apartment style, like 4x2. And then Lake Claire as well has the same apartment style where it's 4x2. So having your own room is possible, not impossible, but the suite style is not as bad as it sounds. I did it my freshman year and my roommate and I were like super close. Like I loved it. And like, it was just having someone to talk to that was just like always there. So yeah, I joined Greek Life just because I was looking for like a sense of like community and like family here at UCF, just like something fun to do. Greek Life here at UCF do a lot of things. Like there's obviously brotherhood and like sisterhood for sororities. But me personally, I like how all of the Greek organizations here have kind of like a sense of like philanthropy, like amongst themselves and as well as each other. So like for me, my organization, we have our own philanthropy called like the Ability Experience. So we spend like all year raising money for our specific organization. Philanthropy is like my favorite aspect of it. But of course, there's also brotherhood. So like the relationships that I've made with like my brothers are some that I will literally have until like forever. It made just like the super big campus feel a little smaller, and you kind of have a little group you can like always fall back on and count on, and like friends that you know you can like depend on, and will be there for you. A piece of advice that I would give like my incoming student self, or just any incoming student, is that things don't always go like according to plan, and like that's okay. Like college, it's a lot different. Things are going to change, like who you are, you're going to grow up, mature, find things that you're interested in, and like your plans might change a little bit, and that's definitely okay, because you'll figure it out. I figured it out. That's something I wish my little freshman self would have known, because I would have saved a lot of time freaking out over situations I just couldn't control. Thanks everyone for listening to me today, answering all these super questions. I had a lot of fun. Make sure to follow UCF Admissions on all the social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube to stay up to date on all UCF Admissions information. And thank you so much. Go Knights and charge on.